It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got the Dolphins, veteran running back. Your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the Dolphins and the Chiefs. All that and more coming up next.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olsen, partner. This should be a good one here in the month of October. We got a couple of teams playing good football to get this season going.
In all offseason, Mike, coaches and teams, they talk about the importance of starting the season strong. And here in this matchup for early in the year, we have our first look at two teams that have started off strong. They're playing winning football. They're starting to really understand what their identity is as a team. And for this stage of the season, this is one of the better matchups we've seen so far, and it's going to go a long way continuing to unravel who are the teams we're going to be talking about come the end of the regular season.
From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
There wasn't really anything fancy about their performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, I thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. But if he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches and finding those opportunities. And when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Back to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
On comes the Chiefs punter. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly. On play action, he'll set up, and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on 3rd down, that number just goes up.
The Chiefs offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a 1st down. They send the tight end in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch. and ensuring that both feet remain in balance.
That'll be caught by the running back, Davis.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Back to the sideline and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over just shy of midfield.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
1st and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
So now the Dolphins turn it over to their field goal team. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Dolphins are... early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
This will be returned from the 6. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be marked down short of the 45, short of the first down, and here comes third down.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Here's third down and a few inches. On the ground, it's Davis. And he'll convert, picking up the first down at the 46-yard line.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
They'll come up here, first and 10. On the ground once more, it's Davis. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's second and 2. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Here's Davis. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's second and 6. Receiver in motion, going right. And this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. And that will wind up incomplete. 0-0 on the clock. The first quarter has come to an end. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back to South Florida after this. On comes the punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. That's going to be out of bounds, well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he is right up there in touchdown passes, as you see on that graphic, currently second in the NFL at this point in the season. He'll open this drive on the ground with 4. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a second and 6. Going for it all. Catch up to him. He will score. 86 yards. Touchdown, Miami. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. From the 6, here comes a return. get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chiefs offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. That catch number 40 on the season for him. They motion a receiver right. They run on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line. This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
13 yards on that pass play. 1st down, KC. Now, faking the give. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over.
Quickly to the outside and complete.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes.
Now a loose football. But he'll gather it back in.
And man, does he dodge a bullet right there, Mike, on that sack. He's fortunate that ball bounced right back to him. And he's able to recover it and keep possession for his team.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Dolphins offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by 4. And he'll have the Dolphins 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
They'll go back to forward on 1st down, and he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. You have a tight end motioning left here. On 2nd down, it's 4th. And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll run once more with 4. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now he'll air one out. That is brought in. the big play gets him down close. And now it's 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Ford. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Dolphins. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense ready to take over once again. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with 1st down. This is Davis. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Two minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll come back to Miami after this. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
It's been a rough 1st half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. It's picked up by the Dolphins. To the 20. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Well, Greg, they were playing with fire. He lost the ball once. This time it is not only fumbled, but returned for a touchdown by the defense.
Yeah, now you're starting to sense a little bit of a trend here, Mike. I mean, twice he's put the ball on the ground. This time leads directly to a defensive touchdown. He has to do a better job. Keep 2 hands on the ball. Ball security in the pocket. They work on it every single day in quarterback drills. It's gotten away from him today. This is something that defenses are going to continue to attack.
Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Quick throw here is complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. They'll look to throw yet again. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. They'll look to throw again. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down in bounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
3rd down, 3 to go. They'll look to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have to. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Dolphins offense going to take over just before the half. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Dolphins 24.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg.
A return now from the 4. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And he is right up there amongst the league leaders when it comes to receiving yards by a wideout this year. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Up the middle they go. Second down and 3. Now a give on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
Brings up second and 9.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down.
Brings up third and 4.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. They'll throw here on third and short yardage. And that is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line. Back to throw. That's to the sideline and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
They face second down and 7. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Quick throw, taken in, and it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. Now they'll set up to throw. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll throw out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Miami. Now the try here for the point after. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Defense.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Putting the tight end in motion. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll run. It's Davis. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. On the ground, this is 4. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Playing close quickly. And here comes 3rd down. He'll try and run for the 1st down. It's 4. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. They'll run for it. It's 4. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down. Quite a call there. They go for it on 4th and inches, and it's a gain of 5. Again, it's 4. Well, they weren't going to get him the 2nd time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. On the handoff, 4. And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 3rd and 2. The middle. Here's 4. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up. Let's go. They'll run with 4. And a short gain there, down only to the 48. 2nd down and 8. Here's 4. And he'll get this close to a first down. Gets about 7, maybe a yard short of the first down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. A run straight ahead. That's Ford. Take this inside the 40 to the 39, but most importantly, they've got it. That's a first down. Now a handoff to Ford. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They give it, and it's Ford. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun, give to Ford. And he's going to be brought down at the 27, but that's enough. First down as they do it on the ground. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now this time they'll look to throw. Now he'll run it. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Ford. Marked down at the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Here's a screen set up for Ford. And he's in. Touchdown, Dolphins. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Greg in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
The PAT, up and good. And the Dolphins will add 1 more onto their big lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 2. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw left side is complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Here's a 3rd and 10. He's going to take a shot down the field. for a third time today, he's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over just shy of midfield.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. They'll begin here on the ground. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play.
He's in trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On third down, they'll try to get it on the ground. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Throwing now from the gun. That'll be caught by the running back Davis. And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. It's a gain of 19 in the air. Good for a Chiefs first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
There's that man again, another catch.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Look wide, get this one complete, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. 3rd and 5. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
We're about ready now for the punt, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. So that one's going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll work his way forward to about the 21. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
So a win here for the Dolphins. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.